Alright, Empire turn 3. He takes his Knights of the White Wolf in the low right-hand corner, turns them around and moves them up as much as he can. In the middle, his inner circle knights charge my Grail Relic. They really have no choice but to do it. He's kind of bottled up there, and I'm very happy to see that. And what I'm thinking is, because he didn't bring his War Altar into the action, I'm going to take my Men-at-Arms, and if my Grail Relic holds, which I think it should with my BSB there, I'm going to get a flank charge on him and should beat him just through combat res next time. So actually pretty happy to see how that played out. Actually, I was more worried that he'd take his War Altar into the front of my Men-at-Arms, and even with all my static res, still beat me and then overrun into the front of my General's Knight of the Realm unit. That was actually my concern, and he didn't do that. On the left flank, kind of surprised me. He took his Outriders. He was 9 inches away from me, and so he wasn't march blocked, and he moved him behind my Questing Knights. So he can't shoot at me this turn, but there's really little I can do to get out of his range next turn. So he's still shooting at me. He's got the Hellblaster Volley Gun. He's got the Hellstorm Rocket Battery. I didn't have to face the cannon this turn. There's, of course, a lot of crossbows shooting around. And he's got a magic phase with those automatic spells, the spells from the Lore of Light that automatically go off at the War Altar, plus his Warrior Priest. And I mean, it's just, I don't have any units blowing up, but I really feel like I'm getting just nickeled and dimed all over the place. So you can see the Grail Reliques before we even fight combat's already down. The Men-at-Arms units have taken a beating. My Knights of the Realm are down another guy. And I lost one more Questing Knight. And again, that's not from the Outriders. That's from the crossbowmen that are to the top of the screen that you can't see. So after combat, he kills a few Battle Pilgrims, but luckily I hold. I failed my first break test on the Stubborn 8, but the BSB is nearby, and I almost failed my second one. It was concerning me. But yeah, they held. So Bretonnia turn 3. Men-at-Arms charge into the flank of those White Wolf, and I'm going to have a flank, 2 ranks, and an outnumber. He does have the War Banner to make up for part of that. And so then it really comes down to, can I get a wound or 2 past his armor saves, and how many of my guys does he kill? So hoping that plays out. A real blunder I made was my General's unit with the Knights of the Realm. I needed to keep them nearby so I'd have a reroll, but I have it such that what I was thinking was I would win that combat and everybody would go to my right and when I pursued him, and then everything would be open for my Knight of the Realm to charge whatever I wanted. But it didn't account for anything wrong happening, and really just bad position in the Knight of the Realm unit. Knight Errant unit on the far left, I pushed them up because I'm thinking I can't just wait around anymore, so I'm okay with him charging me. I'm going to have an extra 2 ranks on him and an outnumber, and hopefully with my armor saves I can survive that. If I fail and he beats me, I have my Grail Knights set up to countercharge. And even that isn't set up well, because if he restrained, I wouldn't have been able to see him. So the Grail Knights, really, I should have angled more towards his side of the board. So yes, as you can tell, I'm making just a bunch of goofy mistakes in this game. Questing Knights charged his detachment that was fleeing. I ran him down and got pretty far away. I'm still going to be within the range of his Outriders, as well as some of those crossbowmen in the woods and the crossbowmen to the left. And over here, my archers kill, I think, 1 more flagellant, or however many. Anyway, whittling them down some more. And at the end of combat, he kills a couple more Battle Pilgrims, but for the most part, I did well. I beat him by a couple, and he's stuck. And now I'm in trouble. So Empire turn 4, he decides to go ahead and take his War Altar into the flank of that Men-at-Arms unit, because the Chariot's going to have a unit strength 4, but when you have a character on it, that's unit strength 5. So not only does he gets a flank, and he negates 2 of my ranks, he's going to do impact hits, and I'm just in a world of trouble, and his overrun pursuit is going to take him right into the front of my General's unit, which, yeah, which is bad. You can see his Knights on the left charge my Knights Errant, and I'm holding my breath to see how that one goes. That's just another look at it. He brings his Knights of the White Wolf up so that he can start threatening these archers. And that's really just another look. So then we go to the shooting and his magic and all that kind of stuff, and I really believe this, yeah, this is before combat, and you can see the Grail Relique is even more battle pilgrims are being killed because I just can't stop his magic that's killing those units. You can see my Knights of the Realm lost yet another one, and all those questy knights that were there are completely destroyed now, thanks to the Outriders and the crossbowmen. And then at this point, I can't even remember what's happening to my guys. I think the last time around was magic. Now this is a shooting, and that's the Hellstorm Rock. I don't know what it is. One of the War Machines just blasting the snot out of this Knight of the Realm unit. So the one good news that happened is his knights came into the front of my Knights Errant, did a grand total of 1 wound on me. I don't remember what I did back, but I had enough combat res that I beat him and ran him down on his turn. So very, very happy with how the Knight Errant battle went, and very unhappy with how everything else is going. And if you look at what I consider the main battle, the Grail Relic held, the men-at-arms easily broke, and he pursued with his War Altar right into the front of my general's unit. And again, in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't flee. Oh, yeah, I could have fled. I don't know why I didn't flee. Don't know what I was thinking there. So, turning turn 4, my men-at-arms, they rally, and I position them such that if his War Altar beats my Knight of the Realm unit, I don't want him getting a free hit into my men-at-arms. I turn my Grail Knights around so that, again, if he breaks my general's unit, I can countercharge with my Grail Knights. If you look at the top, my Knights Errant charge into his Great Swords. I tried to charge my men-at-arms into his War Machine, but they couldn't make it. And other than that, that Grail Relic, I think I'm down to 1 or 2 battle pilgrims, and then the 6 wounds on the Grail Relic itself, and just hoping they can hold out. I angled these archers a little bit, and so we're going to shoot at his Knights of the White Wolf and hopefully get lucky again and kill some, cause a panic test. And this is, I don't know why I'm showing all these pictures. Alright, so there we go. So I shoot the Knights of the White Wolf, killed 2 more, but he passes his panic test. But he's down to 1 guy. I'm pretty happy with how that's going. My Knights Errant come in and fluff all their attacks. So I really only kill a few guys, which doesn't really matter because they're stubborn. And so I won combat either way, but it would have been nice to kill a few more of them. But he stuck, so I went ahead and increased my frontage to get more attacks next time. After combat, the Grail Relic is down to 1 wound. That's what that little die is standing for. It's 1 wound left, and that thing sticks. I love that thing. I just need to be able to support it better. He got my Knight of the Realm unit down to just my Standard Bearer, breaks my General and the Standard Bearer in combat, doesn't run me down, but again, that was my turn. So on his turn, when he charges me, I have to auto-flee, and he's going to destroy my General.